Seattle's Ethics Bill from Broad Reform to Targeted Disclosure. 25. Seattle City Council Bill 121130 navigated a compressed legislative path, evolving through 3 versions in under a month. From introduction on November 19th to passage on December 16th. Sponsored by Council President Sarah Nelson, the measure amends the city's Ethics Code, Seattle Municipal Code Chapter 4.16, to regulate political consultants, defined as compensated providers of campaign strategy, polling, media advice, and related services to officials, candidates, or ballot committees. Exclusions apply to city employees, volunteers, and non-strategic roles like accounting or legal work. Version 1, the original draft, proposed a comprehensive framework. It required all political consultants to register with the Seattle Ethics and Elections Commission within 15 days of starting services, detailing names, contacts, clients, and start dates with updates and termination filings mandatory. Elected officials would submit quarterly statements identifying consultants, including for ballot propositions. Prohibitions were robust: no unreported services, no concurrent city consulting and campaign work, and a 1-year cooling-off period bearing campaign services after city contracts. Enforcement included voiding violating contracts, 5-year debarments, and commission rulemaking for forms and late fees. Finding cited gaps in current rules compared to lobbyist disclosures under Seattle Municipal Code Section 2.06 and drew from Portland and San Francisco models. This scope shifted dramatically in Version 2, advanced by the Governance, Accountability, and Economic Development Committee on December 12th. Registration and quarterly reporting vanished, narrowing to prohibitions only. The concurrent ban persisted but specified city election campaigns, while the cooling off remained post-city contract. A new reverse cooling off emerged: no city work for 1 year after campaign services. Declarations of compliance became mandatory in city contracts, with enforcement retaining contract voiding and debarment for concurrent violations. The title dropped, establishing reporting and disclosure requirements, reflecting the pivot to contractual safeguards over broad oversight. Version 3 passed 6-2 by the full council, struck a compromise. It reinstated registration but limited it to consultants on city contracts. Triggered within 15 days of signing, with phone contacts only and no addresses for relevant staff and clients. Termination statements returned and all data would post publicly on the commission website within 5 days. Quarterly official reports were cut, replaced by overlap disclosures. Consultants must notify the commission within 15 days of city contract acceptance if active on campaigns, specifying departments. Prohibitions simplified to banning unreported services and barring officials from using violators. Both cooling-off periods were eliminated. A new Section 4 committed future ethics amendments to commission consultation on best practices. Enforcement dropped debarment but kept void contracts and false information bans, plus commission rulemaking. These iterations balanced ambition against feasibility, as revealed in the bill's pre-introduction fiscal note. Implementation costs centered on commission capacity: $100,000 one time for an IT system to track registrations, monitor activities, and handle public data requests. 1 full-time strategic advisor 2 position, estimated unquantified salary and benefits, would manage filings, investigations, complaint probes, and penalty enforcement under existing ethics code civil fines. Duties included quarterly collections in Version 1, compliance audits, and appeals participation. The note assumed a dedicated role due to unknown volume but noted scalability. Critically, the bill appropriated nothing. A separate 2026 supplemental budget is required for funding and position authority. Financially, the changes mitigated burdens. Version 1's broad reporting implied higher IT and staff demands for approximately 50 to 100 annual filings, according to commission estimates, risking overload without revenue. For example, no fees like those in San Francisco. Version 3's contract-tied scope, likely 20 to 30% of that volume, eases integration into existing systems, deferring full costs. Indirectly, it could shrink the consultant pool for city departments, such as policy advisors opting out due to disclosures. Per the note, though no quantified impact exists, no revenues or position changes were authorized, leaving enforcement reliant on current commission resources. Data from council records shows the progression: Version 1's 2200, word text shrank to Version 2's 1500, then stabilized at Version 3's 1800, with 70% of changes in Section 3, which is the new Seattle Municipal Code Section 4.16.072. Passage metrics: unanimous committee advance and a narrow full vote highlight the trade-offs, transparency gains without fiscal overreach. As of December 17, 2025, the bill awaits the mayor's signature, poised to add a narrow but public layer to Seattle's $1.2 billion annual consulting spend.